Okay.
For those of you listening, because I didn't even really introduce you or say anything about you at the beginning, this is one of my very, very best friends, Savannah Lee Armstrong. And I was thinking of last night, like thinking about how we were going to do this podcast today. And I was trying to remember my first memory of you, and if I could remember my first memory of you, and I'm curious as to if you have a first memory of me or if I should share where I think we originally met.
I think you should share it because you've had time to think about this.
Well, when I bring it up, you may be able to add to it.
Okay, or all I can say right off like the top of my head is I can see your long ass flowy hair, and I'm pretty sure you in gray sweatpants in your red sweatshirt.
These sound like definite.
in the cafeteria, and you were at Framingham State College, which is now university. And I think it was just your laugh, and I was like, "Who is that girl?" But then I found out we lived. I think that could have been freshman year, but we didn't get to know each other till sophomore year, I think.
Yes.
So anyway, you tell me what you remember.
Well, my thought was, I was like, where did I originally meet her? Because it just feels like you've been my friend all my life. And I'm like, well, of course we met at college, but I'm like, where did we meet at college? And I'm like, what year? And I was thinking back, and I lived in O'Connor freshman year. You lived in O'Connor. I think in one of the quads or the quints, right? Weren't you like a quint girl?
No, but I hung out sometimes with those girls. It was like Caitlin and Chantal and
Amanda
Smith. But I lived like down around the corner. I lived with Jessica Carr. On the second floor.
Wait, was she from Fall River?
No, she was from Worcester.
Excuse
somewhere
me,
in Worcester.
Burped.
I heard it. It's fine.
they all heard
everybody.
I mean, honestly, it is what it is. You get what you get. If you want to hang out with Tess Sullivan, I'm gonna be burping. I'm gonna be farting. At least it's only audio, maybe video, and you don't have to smell them. There's that.
Whether it's video or audio.
How about, like, you're not sitting with me. If you want to be my real friend, you want to sit with me, then you're going to have to deal with my
It wouldn't be the first time. You are like, really?
Yes, you'll have to deal with that.
Didn't we go to, I was going to say Mbop concert.
Oh, we definitely went to a concert.
In
Nashua.
No, the beach.
Hanson Beach. Yes. Hanson Beach Ballroom Casino.
That's it.
You, Mitch Dagg,
and
Kerry Webster.
Yes.
And that was a fucking kick-ass show.
That was fun, I have to say.
That was a really fun show. It was my goal. I don't think I've spoken. This is going to be a fresh new podcast, so I've not spoken about anything with our many, many, many listeners that we have.
Yes, clearly.
But they don't know my love for Hanson. We will obviously get into that at some hour, but I have loved and supported them since 1997 when they erupted in 5th grade. I evidently in 6th grade, someone told me once that I could have, quote, had any boy I wanted, but I was too in love with Taylor Hanson. I don't regret that.
That's all right.
And most of my days, and especially college years, were spent trying to bring people to the light and show them a Hanson.
And that was us kind of amusing you and going with you. Yeah. And then we're like, oh, this was actually really fucking fun and really good time. Yeah.
I can't think of one person, and I would say probably Alyssa Abdallah. Maybe I should get these people's names on my podcast. But I would say she was like the most avid Hanson hater. Like, it got to the point that I remember her like trying to do like a intervention with me, like where she came
was just so annoyed.
Truly, she came into my dorm once, and I just remember she's like, "They're everywhere. They're on your computer. They're paused on your television right now. You're on the boards." And I'm like, and so for her, it was particularly bad. And she still went to a concert with me. I'm pretty sure really enjoyed herself. So once you go see Hanson, there's no turning back. It's just is what it is.
I mean, true. I do remember really enjoying myself, but I don't think I've heard them. Not since. I won't say since.
Well, that's sad. That means you're just living a very sad life, Savannah. And I will burn you some CDs.
Oh, perfect, because I have so many things to play them on now.
Good. Yeah, right. and in this quarantine period, you want hours of content and like you can just
perfect.
I'll leave you to learn all the lyrics and then we can
But
sing
I'd also
together.
like their very specific music videos and posters sent along so that I can really visualize.
Okay. I could send the original VHSs as well.
Oh, excellent.
Do you have access to a VCR?
I think we just threw it away, but maybe I can find it, dig it out of the trash.
Should we inform our younger listeners of what a VCR is?
Oh, I think they'll stop listening about 2 seconds in. So, and just
you're probably right. It's best we leave it in the dust.
Yeah.
So back to college.
Okay. Yeah. So what is your first memory of?
So I know that we both lived in the same dorm, but we weren't necessarily friends.
Right.
And then it occurred to me, I'm 99% positive that actually, indeed, we were in the same anthropology class, second semester, freshman year, and you were brilliant. And you always talked in class. You sat across from me.
You?
Well, no, but like it was a class that I felt I enjoyed, but maybe at times was like over my head. And I was like, oh, I'm not an anthropologist. I'm 15 years old. Like, I don't understand any of this. And he was he blind?
He was like visually impaired. I actually just found a paper going through all my old stuff. And it was like in like size 14 or 16 font because he needed us to print it.
That was the best. That was the best thing because you were like, yo, my paper's 5 pages already. But no, I remember I sat beside Elena Mangiano was I think her name. She was that little dancer chick. She was
sounds
really
familiar, but
she I think lived in O'Connor as well, so you'd probably know her from back in the day. But Lord knows it's been a lot of years,
very long time
already.
I was 17 at that time. I know maybe I just turned 18.
You probably you were 18.
Yeah. It was second semester,
But I remember you being in my class, and again, we weren't friends. We didn't forge a friendship at this time, but I remember you sitting across the room from me. You were always like well-versed and like talking about topics. And I just remember that class. Like, I feel like he always kind of wanted each person in the class to at least like say something to be recognized. And like, I always remember being like, I better get something in. And Lord knows I'm a talker, but like, I mean, those topics were like intense.
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever read about like female circumcision and genital mutilation and Papua New Guinea.
A little over.
If you'd like to access the map, Australia, and then is it here?
Yeah, the yellow.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Because then it goes into Indonesia.
One day we'll do a geography lesson with Savannah. Oh, maybe we'll do that right now. Ooh, I do want to get into, so just basically, so that's how Savannah and I met. That isn't where our friendship was forged, obviously. No. In which case, it must have to do with like when I joined drama club.
I think so.
Like, something like that. So like I was in Clue, and then somehow I got introduced to the vagina.
There's vagina monologues. There's also About All the Sexes. There was a couple different things. There were like,
and then maybe honestly, I think a person that could have connected us and brought our two worlds together strongly could have been Jenna Haley.
Oh my God, Jenna! Love her.
Best humans.
I've completely lost touch with her though. Like completely.
As have I, and I think she actually is back in your area. I think she lives in Newton, Belmont.
Because she went to a school around here.
Emerson. So she left Framingham to go to Emerson, which I was devastated at the time because her and I became like best friends our sophomore year in college, and we were in the same major. We were working on all of our projects together, and I just felt like we had we were going to do our radio show together, and like we had so much coming up. And then she that summer was like, I'm hesitant to tell you, but I'm going to transfer. And like Emerson's a fucking amazing school for communications and film and broadcasting, all the things that we wanted to do. So I understood why she did it, but I was devastated nonetheless. But when I went and had my hair done last year, Jess is still very good friends with Jenna. And she went on to tell me about how like I followed her for a while and I would see things, I guess on Facebook when I still went on Facebook.
But I think she also isn't really active because I was friends with her there too. So
yes, but like I know she moved to New York. She did a bunch of voiceover work, blah, blah, blah. Like she's been doing her thing, but I think she just got married and moved back to like the Belmont, New something. Oh my
gosh, we should reach out.
Another amazing person I would love to have dinner with all of us post-quarantine world, which we'll get into. But so I think she may have introduced us. And then like Sean Donahue as well. Like he was always my friend. Maybe. So maybe like our forces got brought together through there. But I would say it must have been solidified during, I don't know, a vagina monologue or two. Who knows?
So. I think it was definitely sophomore year because were you still, when did you go to Northeastern to like visit Chad for his birthday and you like had a Magazi shot?
Okay, so you came, that was early. That was the very beginning of sophomore year.
Yeah, so we were hanging out then because I remember very distinctly going there. Yeah, so it might have been maybe second half of freshman year even. Maybe.
I wonder if we became friends the second half of freshman year.
Maybe because then we were like, we're in anthropology together, which I love that class. Yes,
we must look back at our things and find the first, I don't know, photo evidence of a ton that we were hanging out. This is very interesting.
That Northeastern one, I know there was definitely photos.
Oh, that was so fun, and we brought everyone up there, and I did my first half a real shot.
I know.
Ooh, that was so daring.
Kamikaze. So it's like half juice anyway.
I used to make one of our really good high school friends who went to school with Chad, my high school college boyfriend. He would do real shots because everyone else actually drank in college, unlike me. And I would like shoot Mountain Dew and I'd be like, let's go shot for shot. And he would do it with me, but he would do like 5 and I'd be like, are you ready for another? And he's like, no, I'm drinking real alcohol right now. And I'd be like all bummed out, like, but we're doing shot for shot. He's like, yeah, you're drinking soda. You've had 5 little sugar rushes. Woo! Yeah, pretty ridiculous. Oh man, you know what that reminds me of?
Don't even say it.
Yes!